A small yard doesn't mean you have to sacrifice beauty, character, or curb appeal. The right ornamental tree can do all of that and more. It creates structure, draws the eye, and brings seasonal interest without overwhelming your space. But not all trees are suitable for compact gardens. You need something that stays manageable in size, offers multi-season appeal, and fits your overall style. That's where ornamental trees really shine. They're designed to give you maximum visual impact in a small footprint. Today, we're looking at 7 of the best ornamental trees for small yards, beloved by gardeners for their form, flowers, foliage, and all-around beauty. Let's dive in. Let's begin with one of the most admired ornamental trees in the world, Japanese maple. This tree isn't just a plant, it's a work of living sculpture. With its finely dissected, lace-like leaves and elegantly layered branches, the Japanese maple instantly adds a refined artistic touch to any garden. Depending on the variety, its foliage can range from deep maroon to vibrant green, and even golden orange in fall. Some cultivars, like Bloodgood or Tamikiyama, keep a rich red hue all season, while others shift through color cycles that make the tree stand out in every season. Japanese maples are typically slow growers, reaching anywhere from 6 to 15 feet tall, depending on the cultivar. Their compact size, combined with their eye-catching shape, makes them perfect for tight front yards or planting near walkways, porches, and courtyards. They prefer dappled shade or morning sun with afternoon protection, especially in hot climates, and they thrive in well-draining, slightly acidic soil with plenty of organic matter. Protection from harsh winds is also recommended to keep their delicate leaves from scorching. Beyond their foliage, Japanese maples are valuable even in winter, when their branching form becomes visible, creating a silhouette that's just as beautiful bare as it is in full leaf. These trees pair perfectly with ornamental grasses or low-growing evergreens like dwarf boxwood. If your goal is elegance, structure, and color in a small package, this tree is a front yard masterpiece. If you're looking for unbeatable summer color, low maintenance, and 4-season appeal, Crepe myrtle is your answer. Often referred to as the lilac of the South, Crepe myrtle is famous for its stunning, long-lasting blooms that cover the tree from midsummer into early fall. The flower clusters come in a wide range of vibrant shades, from rich magenta, bright pink, deep purple, snowy white, or coral red. Each bloom is made up of delicate, ruffled petals that look like crinkled tissue paper, giving the tree a showy, almost tropical flair that stands out in any landscape. But the beauty doesn't stop at the flowers. After blooming, the crepe myrtle shows off its smooth, peeling bark, which exposes mottled patterns of tan, cinnamon, and gray beneath, especially in winter when the tree has shed its leaves. The foliage turns brilliant shades of yellow, orange, or red in autumn, adding yet another layer of interest to the landscape. This tree quite literally gives you color in every season. Crepe myrtles thrive in full sun. At least 6 hours of direct light per day is ideal, and prefer well-drained soil. Once established, they're drought-tolerant and surprisingly adaptable, making them excellent for hot, dry climates and urban conditions. Newer disease-resistant cultivars like the Natchez or Dynamite series also resist mildew, which was once a common issue. Dwarf varieties stay under 10 feet tall, while others may grow up to 20 feet if allowed. You can prune lightly in late winter to maintain size, shape, or remove seed heads, but heavy pruning should be avoided. Crepe myrtles are perfect as standalone specimens in rows along driveways or sidewalks, or paired with shrubs like Abelia, Loropa tullum, or dwarf grasses. If you want a bold, blooming centerpiece for your front yard that turns heads all summer, this is the one to plant. If you want an ornamental tree that brings beauty in every single season, Dogwood is a timeless choice. Dogwoods are beloved for their ability to evolve with the seasons, each phase offering something new and visually stunning. In early to mid-spring, they explode with large, elegant blossoms that range from creamy white to soft pink, depending on the species and variety. While many people think the petals are the flowers, they're actually modified leaves called bracts, which surround the tiny true flowers at the center. This makes the bloom clusters appear even larger and more dramatic from a distance. Once the floral show is over, Dogwoods transition into lush summer greenery with broad, veined leaves arranged in a graceful, horizontal branching pattern that gives the tree a soft, layered silhouette. In autumn, the leaves transform into brilliant shades of scarlet, burgundy, or even purple, adding fire to your fall garden. Then in late fall and winter, small red berries appear, which attract birds and add visual interest to the otherwise bare branches. Dogwoods generally grow to about 15 to 25 feet tall, making them an ideal small to mid-size ornamental tree. They're best suited for locations with partial shade, especially afternoon protection from strong sun in hotter regions. They prefer moist, well-drained, acidic soil that's rich in organic matter, and a good mulch layer helps keep roots cool and moist. Cornus florida, the native eastern dogwood, is iconic in North America, while Cornus scusa, or Japanese dogwood, offers greater disease resistance and is more sun-tolerant. Use dogwood trees to soften corners of your home, highlight pathways, or serve as a delicate canopy over a small seating area. Because of their four-season beauty, low canopy, and manageable size, dogwoods are among the most elegant choices for front yards, combining structure, bloom, color, and wildlife value in one graceful package. Redbuds are like spring fireworks, quiet all winter, then suddenly bursting into bloom with an explosion of pink. This small native tree is one of the first to bloom in early spring, putting on a spectacular display of tiny, rosy magenta flowers that cover the bare branches, even along the trunk, a phenomenon called cauliflory. The effect is magical and unexpected, giving the tree a luminous glow just as the landscape is waking up from winter. After flowering, redbuds leaf out with soft, heart-shaped foliage that dances in the breeze. Depending on the variety, the leaves can be bright green, deep burgundy, or even golden yellow. In autumn, they turn buttery yellow or bronze, giving you a second wave of seasonal color. It's a tree that truly gives you a full year of beauty, from striking bare branches in winter to blooms in spring, foliage in summer, and color again in fall. Redbuds typically grow to about 15 to 25 feet tall, with a wide, rounded canopy that provides dappled shade without crowding a small space. They're highly adaptable, thriving in full sun to partial shade, and tolerant of a range of soils. They're also drought-tolerant once established and require very little pruning. Use redbuds as standalone features, tucked near a patio, along a driveway, or to frame your front entrance. For even more impact, try planting them alongside spring bulbs or low-growing perennials. A redbud is not just a tree, it's a statement and one of the best early-season performers a small garden can have. Crabapples are one of the most beloved ornamental trees for a reason. They bring bold color, seasonal interest, and wildlife appeal in a small, perfectly balanced package. These trees explode with stunning spring blossoms in shades of white, pink, or deep red, depending on the cultivar. The flowers often arrive in early to mid-spring, completely covering the branches like a cloud of color. And unlike some showy trees, crabapples don't disappear after they bloom. They follow up with small, colorful fruits that persist into fall and winter, attracting birds and giving your garden extra movement and life. Crabapple trees are generally compact, ranging from 10 to 20 feet tall, and they come in upright, weeping, or spreading forms. They thrive in full sun and prefer well-drained, slightly acidic soil, but they're surprisingly tolerant of urban pollution, clay soils, and harsh winter conditions, making them excellent for city gardens and front yard plantings. In fall, crabapples offer another surprise. Their foliage turns gold, orange, or red, giving one last burst of color before winter sets in. Whether used as a standalone statement tree or part of a layered planting, crabapples add beauty, structure, and ecological value to any front yard. If your dream front yard starts with a burst of dramatic spring color, flowering cherry Kwanzan is the ultimate showstopper. In early to mid-spring, this ornamental cherry bursts into bloom with thick clusters of fluffy, double-petaled pink blossoms that cover the branches from tip to trunk. The flowers look like soft pom-poms dancing in the breeze, and when they fall, they create a romantic carpet of petals, turning your garden into a scene from a fairy tale. Kwanzan has a strong, upright, vase-like structure, typically reaching 15 to 25 feet tall, making it ideal for small to medium-sized front yards where you want vertical presence without shading everything around it. The foliage emerges a bronze green in spring, matures to a rich green in summer, and finishes with warm orange tones in fall. So even after the blooms are gone, the tree remains beautiful and seasonally dynamic. This cherry variety thrives in full sun, appreciates well-drained soil, and benefits from occasional deep watering in dry spells. It's relatively low maintenance, just light pruning when young to encourage structure, and good air circulation to prevent mildew. Perfect as a standalone centerpiece, along driveways, or paired symmetrically near front steps. Flowering cherry is for gardeners who want maximum spring impact and architectural elegance, all in a compact, manageable tree. To wrap up the list, we've got a true all-season, multitasking gem, Serviceberry. Native to North America, Serviceberry trees provide beauty, food, and habitat. In early spring, they burst into bloom with delicate, star-shaped white flowers that are as charming up close as they are from the street. Shortly after, those flowers mature into edible berries, small, purplish-red fruits that birds love. The tree's soft green summer foliage is airy and elegant, providing gentle shade without overwhelming a small yard. Come fall, it puts on one of the best foliage shows of any ornamental tree. Its smooth gray bark and fine branching structure also give it subtle winter interest, especially when placed where morning or afternoon light can catch its silhouette. Serviceberry grows well in full sun to part shade and adapts easily to a wide range of soil types, though it prefers moist, well-drained ground. It's typically multi-stemmed with a natural, shrub-like form that can be pruned into a small tree or left as a large ornamental shrub. Mature height ranges from 15 to 25 feet, depending on the cultivar. Use it near fences, tucked into corners, or next to patios for a soft, woodland-inspired vibe. Serviceberry is quietly spectacular, offering beauty, biodiversity, and low-key elegance all in one. There you have it, -7 of the best ornamental trees for small front yards. These trees don't just fit your space, they enhance it. With seasonal blooms, colorful foliage, beautiful structure, and even fruit or fragrance, they turn an ordinary yard into something unforgettable. So whether you're starting fresh or upgrading what you've got, there's a tree on this list that will bring joy, style, and natural beauty to your home's first impression. Let your yard bloom with personality. Thanks for watching PlantDo. Hit like if this gave you ideas, subscribe for more garden inspiration, and as always, happy planting!